Hey guys, welcome to Project Slow Build, and it's been a minute since I posted a video, but I guess that's kind of the premise of Project Slow Build. Things go by pretty darn slow, and all while I've been trying to post a video and make it to where I can be more relevant, I guess. Life just isn't unfolding the way how I was planning to. Had a lot of cool things come up in the past week, but I guess in this video I'm going to go ahead and show you all the wheels that I got for the truck. The old D21 here. Another reason why I haven't been posting is because it's so darn cold and all the damn snow's all over the place and it's just not great. But let me grab these wheels real quick. I'll show y'all what I got. Alright, so here we have some Isuzu Rodeo wheels. I picked up off the red Isuzu on the last video that I went by, and then I noticed that I overlooked it on my first video. But they got the same bolt pattern as the D21, and actually even the same bore size, 100mm bore. Weird thing about it though, these things actually, the center caps, they don't just pop out. They got some nuts, some screws in the back of it, and I think that's kind of cool because I don't know, you just don't see that often. But these ones, I think they'll fit pretty nice on the truck, although kind of a little bit jumping the gun getting wheels for a truck that can't really drive that much. And at first I was thinking maybe I should put all terrains on it, but the more I think about it and the more I look at these wheels, I don't think all terrains would look too good on it, in my opinion. But let me know what you think, because I'm kind of in a toss-up. I don't know if I should just do regular street wheels, like some just regular old Goodyear Assurances, or maybe go to like some Dexteros or some Coopers, you know. Either way, I'll be putting a lot more money into it than what the truck's really worth. But that's also a premise of slow build. I like all these weird little cars, and I'm not going to get rid of them anytime soon, at least. But tell you what, let's get a better look at them. I mean, I think that considering that they come off of a scrapyard vehicle, I think they're in better condition than what I'd expect, just in my personal opinion. Also, they're covered in darn snow, but obviously got some road rash all over it. But center caps are in good shape. Oh, here's what I'm talking about whenever I said they got bolts in the back of them. 3 bolts holding them suckers on. I think that's pretty darn neat. I don't think you see that very often, at least in these small towns. When was the last time you seen an Isuzu Rodeo on the road anyways, you know? I don't mean to be so darn shaky. Here, let me put you back where you belong. You know what? Let's just throw a battery in this pig and let's hear how she sounds. Because this is why, I'll show y'all why it's been so long since I've actually done anything with it. Contrary to how it looks though, how this truck looks and sounds, something in me just likes it though. I don't know. Maybe it's just the rattiness of it, or how many miles it's got, how much life it's probably seen, how many people it's run around. But either way, this truck is just quirky, and I don't know, something about quirky things is nice to me. I like quirky things. I'll give y'all a close-up of what this engine looks like here soon. Let me just pop this bad boy in here. Now I'm gonna be back with some keys to start this John up, to be able to show y'all why I'm a little nervous to put wheels on it. I'll show you here in just a second though. Alright boys and girls, this here's the engine for my Nissan This is this Z24i. This is a 87 or 86.5. I'm not really for sure, but it's got the I think it's the electric fuel injection. Pretty sure. It's kind of a weird setup, but in my opinion at least, it's a little weird. But let me go ahead and start this bad girl up real quick, and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about whenever I say this John is noisy. Now, I've talked to a lot of people about it, and they've said, oh, just pull the head off and have the head resurfaced and rebuilt. I've heard someone say that it sounded like a lower end noise, but I'm thinking maybe with my tax returns, I'm just going to take it to a shop this time and have them diagnose what's going on at least and maybe fix it. I usually try to fix things myself, but I don't know, head work is something that I don't really have experience with, but that's something that I'm willing to learn. I'm not going to do it right here at home in the cold and the snow immediately, at least. Maybe over the summer we'll learn more about that, but for right now we're going to make do with what we got and try to see what we can do. But here, let me start this bad girl up and I'll show y'all what's going on. I don't know about y'all, but that don't seem right. Now this thing is loud, I'll be honest with you. It's noisy. Everything's going. It's as jittery as I am right now. I mean, to be honest with you, what would you do? I mean, I know she's rough. Hell, it literally says we're going 25 miles an hour whenever it's going 30, and I mean, look at that, but the whole damn truck is shaking right now. Doesn't even have an RPM. I lied, there it is. But really, what would you do? Another quirk about this truck is you have to turn the electricity off and the gauge is off. And this is the button how you start it. You have to make sure that, goddamn, that was loud. You have to make sure the ignition is on, but well, that's another reason why I haven't put the wheels on. I think the more I listen to it, the more I think it's probably a lower end noise. I mean, on top of probably every single motor mount and transmission mount is probably toasted, if I'm being honest with you. Who knows? They might be the original. They might have been changed in early 2000s, but I know right now they're not doing too hot. The noise it makes is not like apparent whenever it's idling, clearly. But, I mean, it shakes like a sieve. And it's just a little rough. A little, I say that lightly. But that's why there's been not a whole lot of progress going on with the truck. Some other issues that's kind of been coming on is the Stealth is having some serious clutch slipping. I just recently put these wheels on it, the new tires, and unfortunately, on the way home, the clutch just started slipping real bad. You go into gear, and it's revving to the moon and burning the clutch like a son of a bitch. So, unfortunately, I can't really drive that one right now either. Along with the old Subaru here, we're having more issues with that. Here recently, I was just driving it. It's usually my daily more often than not. And while I was driving home after I just done a bunch of stupid donuts and, you know, stuff in the snow activities with Subarus, you know. On the way home, the whole ass end was just shaking like a son of a bitch. I think maybe the carrier bearing is going out on it, or maybe it's all the bushings collaboratively giving out. But either way, it's not doing so hot either. So currently all three of these cars are on the back burner, and as you can see over there, the Buick, she's gonna be the daily for a while. That's not my car, that's my fiance's car. And right now that's just the most reliable car, which is actually crazy because it's gotten us a lot further than what I would have expected. I didn't mention this car whenever I did an introduction because, like I said, it's not my car. But I've been talking to my fiance, and she said it's okay if I introduce it. This is a 2005 Buick LaCrosse, and like I said, it's just a daily car. We don't plan on lowering it or doing anything stupendously crazy. This one actually has had the most amount of work done to it. I've rebuilt the whole entire front end, everything on the ass end. The only thing that hasn't been touched on this car is the rear stabilizer bar, and I mean that literally. I've changed the front lower control arms, the outer tie rods. We've done the entire power steering rack and pinion, the return and sending lines, the power steering pump. We've done new wheel hub bearings on all four corners. I've done new calipers on all four corners. The rear end, we've done both the trailing arms. We've done the stabilizer bar end links. I replaced it with heavy duty stabilizer bar end links, which are also greasable, thank God. We did lateral, lower, and upper control arms, which is just two control arms. Like, I wouldn't even call them control arms, but that's what they're listed under whenever you order them. We've done them. It's got, right now, 239,000 miles. It's pretty close to rolling over to 240,000 miles. It's got the 3.8 in it, the Buick 3.8. It's a Series 3 with the aluminum intake, and it runs like a champion. Honestly, a lot better than any of my other cars. I'm glad that she got this car. This was her first car, and we've had it ever since she was, I think, 18 or 19, and now we're both, I think we've had this almost like 6 years, 6 or 7 years, 6, 7, but it's just reliable as hell. I think we bought it whenever it had 145,000 miles, maybe. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if Grandma and Grandpa are listening, but I mean, it's just been insanely reliable, and I couldn't thank anyone enough other than her to be able to let me drive it while my cars are clearly crippled. So for right now, that's going to be the end of the video, and whenever I kind of get tax returns coming back, I'll do some more updates and maybe do some installation of some parts. I haven't decided if I'm going to work on the truck more because I've already got wheels for it. I haven't decided if I'm going to change out the carrier bearing on the Subaru, or if I'm going to change out the transmission clutch kit on the Stealth. I did that once already. I think it was like the end of last year. Well, it's 2026 now, so the end of 2024 is whenever I put a new clutch in the Stealth, and it's already coming out pretty bad. It was a cheap clutch kit, so maybe I just did something wrong or adjusted I hear there's an adjustment in the transmission somewhere where the actual clutch fork rests upon. Maybe I messed with that and I didn't realize I did, but either way, the clutch is toasted already. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but for right now, I'll keep driving this John. Her name's Janice, and she'll keep being all reliable. We do the oil changes every 3,000 miles. We do everything that we need to keep up on maintenance, so she ain't never going to leave me stranded. But for right now, like I said, this is going to be the end of the video, and I will talk to you guys next time. I appreciate y'all coming and watching the video. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, then go ahead and do so now, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.